The building has started. A hypermodern megacity of 170 kilometers long and only 200 meters wide. 9 million people who live between walls of about 500 meters high. Saudi Arabia has wild plans. But how realistic is this plan announced by the Crown Prince? And who builds it? It is now mainly an arid desert, the northwest of Saudi Arabia. But not for long if you ask Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Because this area must become the technological hub of the world. The name of the project, Neom, costs $500 billion. And it should be finished in 2030. In short, a mega project. Cities, expensive recreational areas, and trade must come together in a place where luxury is paramount. What to think about then? Among other things, a fully automated and hypermodern port city of Oxagon, which will be located on the waters of the Red Sea. But also an artificial ski and wellness area called Trojena. Here the wealthiest of the world can enjoy light shows, winter sports activities, film festivals, and much more. Those are some big, hefty projects. But the wildest of them all is undoubtedly the Line, a megacity that can house 9 million people. Nothing new, of course, but the Line breaks all the laws of urban living. And the name already gives it away, the Arab metropolis will have a different shape than we are used to. Neom is a proposed megacity development project in northwest Saudi Arabia, announced in 2017 by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The project aims to create a new economic and living model for the region, focused on advanced technology and sustainability. The project's planned area is 26,500 square kilometers, spanning across the borders of Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Jordan. The city will be powered by 100% renewable energy, and will be a testbed for new technologies such as autonomous vehicles and drones. The project's goal is to become a hub for advanced manufacturing, biotechnology, and renewable energy, and to attract international businesses and workers to the area. The project is expected to cost over $500 billion and will be funded by a combination of public and private investment. The project also aims to create job opportunities for the locals and to improve the standard of living in the area. But how does the Line City ensure that the city is ready for a sustainable future? How can the children of future generations grow up without having to worry about climate issues? The project aims to create a new city that will be powered by 100% renewable energy. The city will be a model for sustainable living and it will be designed to have minimal environmental impact. In addition, it will have advanced infrastructure and services such as high-speed internet, smart buildings, and efficient transportation systems. The project also aims to create a new type of living where the residents will have access to a high-quality and healthy lifestyle, with an emphasis on outdoor activities and recreational spaces. The city will be designed to be pedestrian-friendly and will have a mix of residential, commercial, and industrial areas. Overall, the goal of the Neom project is to create a new model of urban development that is sustainable, technologically advanced, and focused on improving the quality of life for its residents. In the States, we say, the bigger, the better. But the Neom project will cover a way larger area than the largest cities of the United States. The planned area of the Neom project, which is 26,500 square kilometers. This area spans across the borders of Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Jordan, making it one of the most ambitious and large-scale development projects in the world. The project aims to create a new city that will be a hub for advanced manufacturing, biotechnology, and renewable energy, and will attract international businesses and workers to the area. The project's goal is to create a new economic and living model for the region, focused on advanced technology and sustainability. The large area of the project allows for the creation of a diverse range of environments, such as urban, rural, coastal, and mountainous areas. This will give the opportunity for the development of a variety of industries and activities. The 26,500 square kilometers also allows the project to have a considerable autonomy, with its own laws, regulations, and administration. This can help to create an environment that is conducive to innovation and experimentation, something that is expected to attract companies and entrepreneurs. Overall, the large area of the Neom project is one of its defining features and allows for the creation of a diverse and ambitious development. There's a hefty price tag on the expected cost of the Neom project, which is over $500 billion. This makes it one of the most expensive and ambitious development projects in the world. The high cost of the project reflects the scale and ambition of the project, as well as the advanced technologies and infrastructure that will be required to create a sustainable and livable city. The cost also includes the development of new infrastructure such as high-speed internet, smart buildings, and efficient transportation systems, which will be necessary to support the advanced manufacturing, biotechnology, and renewable energy industries that the project aims to attract. Overall, the high cost of the Neom project reflects the scale and ambition of the project, and the advanced technologies and infrastructure that will be necessary to create a sustainable and livable city. Saudi Arabia will concentrate on responsibility, transparency, and effectiveness in its governance strategy in order to be an ambitious nation. Only with strong foundations can one achieve sustainable success. The kingdom will establish zero tolerance for all forms of corruption, increase transparency by enhancing online services and governance standards, train more than 500,000 public servants in best practices through the King Salman program for human capital development, and strengthen the non-profit sector through improved effectiveness and impact. Vision 2030 is a plan announced by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in 2016 to reduce Saudi Arabia's dependence on oil and diversify the economy. The plan includes a wide range of economic, social, and political reforms, as well as specific projects, to achieve this goal. Economic reforms. The Vision 2030 plan aims to reduce the Saudi government's budget deficit, increase non-oil revenues, and attract foreign investment. It also calls for the privatization of state-owned companies, such as Saudi Aramco, and the development of new industries such as tourism, renewable energy, and technology. Social reforms. The plan also includes social reforms aimed at modernizing the country and improving the quality of life for citizens. These include increasing the participation of women in the workforce, developing a more tolerant and open society, and expanding access to education and healthcare. Political reforms. The Vision 2030 also includes political reforms aimed at increasing transparency, accountability, and good governance. The plan calls for the establishment of a more effective and efficient public service, and for the creation of a more robust legal and regulatory framework. Specific projects. The Vision 2030 plan includes several specific projects such as the Neom project, which is a proposed megacity development project in northwest Saudi Arabia, focused on advanced technology and sustainability. Another project is the Qiddiya project, which is an entertainment and sports city that will be built near Riyadh. Overall, Vision 2030 is a comprehensive plan that aims to reduce Saudi Arabia's dependence on oil, diversify the economy, and modernize the country. This plan is an ambitious and far-reaching, and its success would mean a significant transformation for the country, with positive effects for the economy, society, and politics of Saudi Arabia. Neom's plans sound almost too good to be true. And maybe it is. According to experts, a budget of $500 billion is unrealistic. The construction of 2 skyscrapers 500 meters high and 170 kilometers long alone will cost billions, not counting all the bizarre technological gadgets, transport systems, and the port city of Oxagon and the resort of Trojena. But the shape of the line, however progressive it may be, also raises the necessary question marks. Because what do you do when the city is full? Will there be a waiting list? In any case, expanding will be difficult compared to other cities. And what if there is not enough enthusiasm for it? Scaling back is also almost impossible once the tall skyscrapers are there. And will the line be as climate neutral as it intends? To transport the millions of inhabitants to different floors, you need thousands of elevators and escalators. In addition, experts indicate that supplying clean drinking water will be a challenge, and that ventilating the buildings and ensuring sunlight in the lower floors will cost a lot of energy. The high-speed train also seems a good idea at first sight. But what if someone ends up on the trail? In a normal city you take a different route, but that becomes much more difficult in the line. And if everyone has to take a flying taxi, it will be very busy in the air. Is that safe?